and we all know the reason that the two men had to die. But the man in the middle was there for you and I. Yeah, the man in the middle was not an ordinary man.
Yeah, I believe this is about it. This is about it, I believe. I don't think this will last another week. This will be gone within a week, I think. I believe that. All of this, I think, will be gone within a week. So, Stave Mill is pretty much done, I think. I was talking to a man over there, he's in 1 ton. And I think he said he's got like 5 loads today. And then there's been, I think he said last time he came, there was 3 tri-axle dump trucks getting filled up. So they're pushing this stuff out. Guys know it's getting colder, and they've got some connections, and they're getting this wood out of here quick. So we're gonna get a trailer load, Lord willing, but this may be the last trailer load I get from the Stave Mill. I don't know. May try to come again tomorrow and see, but probably will. But I don't think it's gonna. I don't know that there'll be anything left. Oh well, been a blessing for sure. All right, so I got a little bit of footage there at the Stave Mill, not a whole lot. Stave Mill is pretty much done at this point. It is. I'm pretty comfortable in saying that. This may be my last load from the Stave Mill. If not, maybe tomorrow I may be able to get more. But like while I was in there just now, I spoke to one guy who was driving a 1 ton, and I think he said today he was getting his 5th load from there today. So guys see it clearing out, and what they're doing, from what I can tell, is they're all going in as quick as they can and getting it before it clears out. But it's pretty much done. It's pretty well done, the Stave Mill is. Unless a chipper tears up or something, and I think there's some guys there, you know, that kind of have some hookups there with people that work there, and they get things loaded, and I don't blame them at all. So for them, they may be set, but for people that go and get the rounds, it's pretty much done at this point. Yeah, it's every time I've went, it's been less and less wood, but today really kind of just showed me that it's pretty much over. Like I said, unless something happened and their chipper tore up or something, you know. And from what I understand, from what one guy was telling me back there, they're chipping this stuff and turning it into stuff that they're selling for like particle board or something like that. So they're making a profit now off of it. They're making a profit from it now, so why would they give it away, you know, when they're going to make a profit from it? So it was a great service. It lasted for quite a while. I was blessed. I sold many loads of wood from the Stave Mill there last year and this year, and but yeah, it's pretty much done. And you've seen it in the summer when I was there, how much wood was there. It was a huge amount of wood. But now that they've got that chipper, you know, I heard rumors that they were getting it, and then somebody told me they actually had it, and now it's pretty evident that they do. And I think they also have hookups, you know, or maybe certain guys with, like that guy told me that had the 1 ton back there. He said that, I think the other day when he was there were 3 tri-axle dump trucks, and you know, they take out so much with one of those. And you know, I'm not blaming them at all or saying anything. I'm just saying the Stave Mill is pretty much done. So I've got to find a different source of wood. I get some from Tree Services, but that's one of the main things you got to do with firewood in winter is getting here this year. You know, it ain't even here yet. So I'm just now getting to the point to where it's going to start getting busy. And now my main source of wood is pretty much done. So I have a family member who's got a lot of dead standing oak. So I may be having to go do that. I don't know. It would be probably seasoned by now because it was dead, I think, last year or the year before. So it would probably be a lot of good wood there, honestly. And I'd say there's probably even some down since last time I was there. And she's probably 5 minutes from me, 10 minutes from me. She's in my county, so, and in my city actually even, so pretty close. I don't know for sure that she would let me, but I can ask her. I know she told me before that she told me anything that was there that was dead that I wanted to take, I could take. And she's got, I think, like 14 acres or something like that. So probably a fine supply for this whole winter. But it would be me, you know, bucking and felling trees, and maybe if some are down, just more bucking. But anyways, a Stave Mill, I'm not counting on it anymore as my main source, because it's pretty much just done at this point. Tree services, I plan to reach out to some more, and I have already. I even got an ad on Marketplace telling tree service that if they need somewhere to dump the wood, that they can bring it to my place. I've had one do that so far. I had another reach out, but they were way too far away. I think I had a couple more reach out. So anyways, if I can get it from them, I find wood all the time online for free. But the main source right now, I think, is going to be that family member. I may know of a couple more locations as well. But anyways, it's something I've got to get situated quick, because wood is picking up even more. And like, I got a good trailer load just now. I got a better load just now than the guys that got loaded. I seen what they got loaded with. The guy that got loaded with a 1-ton got probably half of his 1-ton was filled up with sawdust. I seen it, or a lot of it, wasn't it, Carter?
Yeah.
When you think. And then the dump trailer, a lot of theirs was sawdust and stuff too. And but at the same time, they got wood, but a lot of it was mixed with sawdust, and then some of the wood was it's random length, you know, pieces. Some of it like 3 inches long and stuff. So just not good for selling, you know, good for burning. But a lot of people, some people might prefer, but most prefer 14, 16 inches, some even more than that. So anyways, this may be the last Stave Mill trip. I don't know. I'm going to go tomorrow, Lord willing. So I don't think it's the last trip, but it may be the last good load that I get from the Stave Mill, because I got a good load just now. I got a good load. We were there for probably 30 minutes loading. I loaded it all by hand. Maybe more like 45 minutes even, because I talked to the guy in the 1-ton for a while. Seemed like a very friendly guy. But yeah, he was getting his 5th load today, so smart, you know, smart. And man, I told him, I said, that's what I want, is what you got, a 1-ton like that. Really, that's what I want. I had a guy reach out after the 200-acre wood who he had 50 acres logged out and was asking if I was interested in getting some here in Moorhead, actually here in Moorhead. But I never ended up taking him up on that. And I'm guessing he's probably got rid of a lot, but stuff like that happens a lot, you know. With firewood, that's one of the main things you got to have, is a main source. So really what I'm on the lookout for right now is a main source. I'll probably contact that family member today and just see if they'll still let me come there on that property and get wood. So I'm kind of looking forward to that in a way too, though, because I like to be out in the woods. And my first videos, if you watch, were us out in the woods. And I really like that. So we'll plan to maybe be back out in the woods bucking and maybe even felling some trees. I didn't do a lot of that in the past, but I'll probably show a little bit more of that now. And then we'll do it like we used to, which was me just going out. That's why I split for production. You know, I'm trying to get the wood to the customers fast. I split, load, buck, split, and load on scene, and then load it, and then deliver it. So, and it's a great way to do it if you've got good seasoned wood. It is. It's my favorite way. I prefer it over the Stave Mill. The Stave Mill is a lot more work. And I'm not just saying that because I love the Stave Mill, don't get me wrong. But for me personally, the way that I'm used to it, it's a lot more work. I don't usually load heavy rounds of wood. You've seen that. I usually go out and buck them and then split them. I mean, and then I load it when it's split. It's a lot easier to move when it's split, you know, of course. And then you don't got to, I've talked about this a lot in my videos, you don't have to go home and unload it and all this. I understand why guys do this and completely, and I'll probably do it in the future like that as well, more. But at the same time, if I got a good source where I can go out and split the wood and, you know, load it and then take it straight onto a customer and it's seasoned wood like that, yeah, that's my favorite way to do it. It's a lot less handling, it's a lot quicker process, it's a high profit, and you know, you're not a lot of expenses involved in it. You know, it's less gas, less labor, and more money. So all in all, you know, because it is less gas. So but anyways, yeah, I've rambled enough. The Stave Mill's probably pretty much done. If you all haven't been out there this year, I wouldn't plan on that to be a source of wood for you unless something changes. Something may change that's going to surprise me. But from somebody that's been going there, you know, for the last year now or so, and who's been going through the summer and now through the fall, and it's pretty much, the wood's about to be gone, literally. I got some footage of that, and I'll show that on this video. I think at this point, if you're watching, you'll probably already have seen that. But anyways, I wish you all the best. We'll get home and we'll do a little bit more footage on what we're going to do today. So we're going to get home and we're probably going to split with a log splitter, and Carter will probably run that. We may do a live of him doing that, and then I'll probably split by hand, and we'll do it together. It goes a lot quicker like that. I'll split by hand and him doing the log splitter. And so that's what we'll plan to do when we get home, Lord willing. And or I may, rather than do it live, I may just record a little bit and show you all how we do it, you know, or both, maybe both. So I enjoyed trying to grow on YouTube, being diligent with it. I've got more than one goal with it, and one of the main goals is to spread the word of God and to meet other people and to help one another. And so I'm very grateful for that. It's been a blessing to me. People through YouTube have been a blessing to me, like Steve Wesolowski, you know, and other people as well. Buck and Billy Ray sent me a super chat the other day. I learned from Buck and Billy Ray, you know. So he's who I learned how to split wood from. So like I said before, I honor him for that. I honor him for sharing his skills so freely the way that he does, and I really respect that. So it has been a blessing in many ways as well too. So anyways, we're heading that way now, and Lord willing, when we get there, we'll show you the next step of the process. Here's the load that we got. It is a big load of wood, and it may be the last good load I get. I don't know. I've also got some stuff laying around here. Got wood all over the place. There's the splitter Carter's about to use. Had that umbrella set up the other day. It's a mess here right now. So, but anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get to work. I'm gonna start unloading this, and what I'll do is throw every bit of that off to the side, and then we'll bring the splitter over here, and I'll have wood probably on each side of it, or at least on one side of it, and then we'll split from the splitter into there, or at least Carter will. Yeah. All right, so we'll unload this now. We were just now talking, me and Carter, and he was saying he would like to have a handle to haft his first axe. So I'm planning to get him a deputy from Bucking, and I'm planning to get him one from Brad with raw axe as a handle.
From Brad, like yours.
Double bit?
Yeah, like
yeah, because he's got a little double bit head he's wanting to have. So I just worry more with him using a double bit. I don't know about that right now. We'll see about that one. Yeah.
Stave Mill.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is I got this at the Stave Mill specifically.
Right.
Here, I'll move it if I need to.
Right there. Well, he's touching right there.
This one here.
Big, perfect chop.
Solid, heavy, wide jumping block. That's a good platform. It's not too tall. It's big around. It's solid, wide oak. Probably last 2 or 3 years, if not longer. Oh yeah, that's great. I love that.
Maybe later on you can like level it out a little bit. It's almost done. You gotta smooth out the handle. I got the head on there. Might not be the prettiest thing, but it works. Dad helped me sand it down with the grinder.
I can't see the light of day.
I hope you've all been doing well. As you can see, this is just another delivery that we did. It was really easy because the guy backed me right into his garage, and he was a new customer as well. And so I've got a lot of new customers here lately. I have a lot of plans for Firewood. And I'll tell you another thing I've got some plans with that I'd like to share on the channel, maybe, Lord willing. I'm really wanting to build a log cabin, and that's something me and my wife have talked about for a while, and I think it'd be great footage. That sign there is speaking of how that bluegrass was found 100 yards from that sign. I believe it said at a salt spring. So it's an old church, and I've actually been on that property because I met the man at Walmart, and he heard me over talking about firewood and offered me to come to his land to get firewood, and it was the very land that they found bluegrass on. So I thought that was pretty neat. But you all be safe out there. God bless. Truly good from hearing from each and every one of you all. Ricky, God bless you. Michael, everybody that I speak to, I'm so thankful for you all and for your support. The Urban Lumberjack, everybody. You all be safe out there, and God bless.